Hi everybody, I'm Miss Annalie from the Ashland Library, the Pamunkey Library System, and happy autumn everybody! Today I'm going to show you how to take all of those leaves that are starting to fall and turn them into one-of-a-kind art. Alright, let's get started. First, you're going to need some paint pens. You can use any color you like, but I really like white because it shows up really well on the leaves, just like this. So I like the white pens the best, and the Sharpie is very chalky looking, and the Deco color is very shiny. Now, I got these at Hobby Lobby, but I'm sure that you can get them at any craft store or online. Here's some other kinds of markers. Any of the paint pens will work. It just depends on what you like. And there's plenty of leaves to experiment on, so take your time and figure out what works best for you. So next, you're going to need some leaves. So I have some here. And these I picked up out of my yard this morning. They're from a tulip poplar, and you can see they're very bendy. They're more like a very thin leather at this point. So these are the best ones. You don't want something that's dry and crisp and curled. That's not going to work very well for you. Even something, this is one I pulled a couple of days ago, and it's nice and flat, and you can write on these, but it's very crispy. You can hear that crackling. So these are not the best ones to do. Okay, so let me pick a good one. I know that these look very bland and boring because they're brown, but I think that the white shows up really beautifully on them. So I think I'm going to work on this one. Now, once you've chosen them, just like in here, if you get them in the morning, they might be really wet from the dew. Go ahead and just sandwich them between some layers of paper towel, and then put a heavy book on top of them just for a couple of hours to make sure they're nice and flat and very dry. Now it's time to create. So before we start that, you want to figure out which side of the leaf you want to draw on. This side has more of the veins sticking up, so it's going to be harder to run your pen across. So you might want to start with the smooth side. Now you can do all different kinds of designs. You can try an all over design like this one, which is very pretty. Or you can do like this, where you follow the veins a bit. You can even separate them. I tried some different colors on here. Just kind of wonky, I know, but I wanted to show you what the colors look like and how you can divide it into sections and do the patterns on different sections. And you can also choose to do something more like a mandala. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to use the Deco color, which is shinier. And each one of these kinds of pens does things a little differently. You're going to shake it up really good. And read the directions. Some of them say to push it down here, which I've already done, and you want to get it started so that your paint is flowing. Mine is. And then decide what you're going to do. And I'm just going to use the vein and draw some lines. Let's see. Now you're going to want to just come up with your own designs, but if you are just blanking out and you can't think of any designs that you want to do, you can always go online and look up Zentangles or mandalas, and you'll come up with lots of ideas of different things that you can do there. And you need to have a really gentle hand. I am barely touching this leaf. If you do anything harder, it's going to tear. So you really want pens that have a good flow to them. There. Let's see. Now you might want to work in a nice open area because some of these pens get a little bit fumy. Okay, so that just lets you see what you can do. There's all kinds of, I like dots, and you can see on some of these how I accentuated the natural holes in the leaves that bugs made early on in the year by covering those with dots. You can trim the sides, do lines and squiggles, the all over designs. Now, when you are all finished, because this still has some moisture in it, I can let it sit and it will dry curled like this one, which is a very cool look. Or you can let the ink dry. It should only take a few minutes for the ink to get good and dry, and then you can put it back into your paper towels and let it finish drying out flat so it's nice and flat, and then you can frame it or put it in a nice wooden bowl or something on the table. You could laminate it and use it as a bookmark. All kinds of things you can do. So it would be lovely if you made some and sent them to us on Facebook, pictures of them. But I hope you all have fun creating. Bye.